One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Rentschler Field in East Hartford, home to the UConn Huskies. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the UConn Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Connecticut's offense will take the field first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's
intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. Got enough for the first. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. UConn, 0. Fielded in the end zone. It's not. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The UConn offense goes back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Let's talk just for a minute about UConn. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
UConn will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. On the ground, it's O'Brien. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Hand off from the shotgun. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked. Good run.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. UConn going back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Grab behind the line. It's Jones. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And the first guy couldn't get it, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. Quick step and go. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. This UConn offense really has it going. Off play action. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll run it from the gun. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Here's the give off the left side. At midfield, he's got room. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Ara Parseghian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but, man, do they set up some field position. The UConn offense goes back to work. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find better field position to start a drive. First and goal from the 10.
Man, you've got to give credit to this defense. In the sudden change situation, they've barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sideline. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal job getting lined up, communicating, and making sure that that pass play fell incomplete.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight. You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. First down here for the offense. Looking downfield on first down. Fires it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the ground to try to move the chains. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Motion from the wide receiver. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's got it, first down and more. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. He'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, they're after him. And they keep him out of the end zone. He's run out of bounds at the 5.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Maryland is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by 11 to Washington. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. UConn going back to work on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Dangerous screen into traffic. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Abraham. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Got it in the middle. It's Abraham. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the Huskies are moving quickly down the field. Pulls it in. It's Spears. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They make the tackle, but UConn has enough for the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They've been running it, but now the pass. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, UConn.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Catch in the middle, it's Whitehead. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They want to throw it. Got a man. It's my way. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. That last completion sets him up on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's O'Brien. Turns it on in midfield. Lowers those pads. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Looking to scramble. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the left. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Caught over the middle. It's Whitehead. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Extending the play. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Lets it fly. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Rentschler Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. UConn has it teed up to start this 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Snagged in the middle. It's Wolf. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Utah is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Utes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are...
Breaks into the open. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll give it to the back. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Leaves it with the back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration out of him.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. What a move to get home for the sack. When the Irish get to the quarterback, sometimes you think Rudy, but this time you think a dude.
A dude. And listen, the more guys you get like this that can put his hand in the dirt and go.
Fires toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here come the Irish, back on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's O'Brien. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Takes the handoff. It's Barmore. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. UConn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Pushes for the goal line. And again, stopped right in his tracks. Nowhere to run.
Man, it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a...
Touchdown, UConn! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. A 1st and 10 for this offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Quarterback on the keeper. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mawe. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
The play action fake. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Finds his man. It's Wolf. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Under fire. Pulls it in. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 32 to Washington. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. That was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Motion from the wideout. They'll run play action. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Caught in the backfield, it's Barmore. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? UConn will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Pulls and fired complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Trying play action. Stands in and takes the hit. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The short hands, it's Mawe. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. yards out.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UConn offense goes back to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Off play action. Moves away as he feels pressure. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. There he goes. And this defense breaks it open as they return it to the house for 6.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
That makes
The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll bring it out. It's not. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. In this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Got it in the middle. It's Abraham. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to throw on first down. Unleashes one. Catch in the middle. It's Jones. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
QB spikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Second down.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you've got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Man, that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the...
Grabs it inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Irish! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
UConn, 31.
He'll bring it out. It's not. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UConn going back to work on offense. I know this is... looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, just keep hope alive, pitch this pill around, use every second you got, make this game, Palmer, as close as you possibly can.
Crazier things have happened in college football, man. Let's just go find out. Let's find out where the playmakers are lined up and see if they can make something positive happen.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Also 6 yards on the play.
Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.